One of the amazing benefits of progressing on your healing journey is that once you have made it past the hardest and the deepest work, the inner transformational work that we have to do to really be able to heal, you get to look back on all of your progress and see what great work you've done in healing. That helps to perpetuate the hope we need to keep going, the fuel, that is the hope that keeps us going on our healing journey, and it empowers us continue to do more and more healing for ourselves. One of the reasons why it's so important to keep finding hope, keep reflecting, keep feeling empowered on our journey is because life is all about healing. And even though I have done so much healing work already, I still find myself in a place of healing on a regular basis. I've been reflecting in the last few days about my experience with avoidance. I'm talking about avoidant attachment style, people who are avoidant in relationships. I see so much progress in my work there that it's joyous, and I'm super excited about that. I was born into a avoidant family, and a lot of that has to do with the family generational trauma that plagues my family. Most everybody there, I would put them in that avoidant category, and that's for reasons of their own pain and suffering and being unhealed survivors. But that is the household that I was raised in for many years when I was growing up. Then after I left home and went to college, I spent about 33 years in a relationship with another human being who was an avoidant. I was married to this person, and his avoidance showed up through an inability to connect with me in an intimate way. What I mean by that is being able to connect with someone mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So full intimate relationship. He was unable to do that in all of those categories except maybe the mental intimacy. We did have fairly good conversations from time to time, and there were a lot of things that we agreed about and could see the same way socially, politically, sometimes from a religious perspective. But beyond that, there was very little intimacy, and the relationship was mostly about things that just distracted us from ourselves and from each other. A lot of that came from him as an avoidant and me participating in a codependent relationship. After I left, I entered a relationship with someone who was avoidant through self-isolation. He drank copious amounts of alcohol to escape from his life, reality, and the result of that is that he, again, was unable to engage in full intimacy with me and was that avoidant personality, avoidant of himself, avoidant of me, and avoidant of us. That was 30 years in the first relationship, 2 years in the second relationship. And I have laughed at myself in the past to say, wow, that's amazing progress. Only 30 years the first time, 2 years the second time. Good for me. That is healing in action. What I've realized as I've been reflecting is that I've actually done this a third time and even more quickly. This happened when I started the dating process after I left that 2-year relationship. And the very intentional and focused process that I went through to define the characteristics and qualities of the man who I was looking for, which ultimately resulted in me finding Eddie. And along that pathway, there was a guy that I spent about 2 months dating, and his style of avoidance was this really heavy meditation and sensory deprivation. He would go into a place of, again, self-isolation, but in a different way. It wasn't alcohol-based, which was my experience before. This was almost a religious-based self-isolation that he would go into. The purpose of that was, I think, to control anger and jealousy that me being me, I was pushing on that for him. And so he became avoidant and literally had hand up, I don't want to build a relationship with you. And so again, all the things around developing a truly intimate relationship just weren't there. Just another experience with avoidance. So that one only lasted 2 months. That's even better progress, 30 years, 2 years, 2 months. Yay me. But the really amazing thing, of course, now is that I have found Eddie, and he is like me. He is secure in his attachment style in the relationship. He's secure in his relationship with himself and secure in his relationship with me, about me, us together. That is amazing to see that progress for myself to heal like that. I'm joyous about that, and that is fuel pouring back into that hope that I can continue to heal. And I know that if I can do the work to heal that relationship and be in a healthy relationship, that I can continue to do the work to heal other relationships.